welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe we are stepping into July 2026. Seriously, where has the year gone? I feel like I was just sitting down to share my January goals, talking about fresh starts and new beginnings, and somehow we're already halfway through the year. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I love doing these monthly goal videos so much. They force me to pause, they force me to reflect, and they force me to ask myself the really important question of, am I living intentionally or am I just reacting to life? Because it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day life. We wake up, we answer emails, we go to work, we run errands, we scroll through social media, we go to sleep, and then we repeat it all the time. Before you know it, another month has gone by. So these monthly goal videos become a little ritual for me. They help me to reconnect with not just myself, but to you guys, and to decide what kind of month I want to create for myself. And July feels especially important. Not only is it summertime, which automatically brings a different energy level, but it is also the midpoint of the year. This is our chance to check in. What's working? What's not working? What goals still matter? What goals need to be adjusted? What goals do we still want to achieve before the end of the year? What kind of person do we want to become? And so today I'm sharing my goals and intentions for July with all of you. Some of them are practical, some of them are wellness focused, some of them are spiritual, some of them are personal growth related, and some are just plain fun. But all of them are things that I believe will help me to create a more intentional life. So grab your coffee, your tea, your water, whatever you want. Let's get comfortable and let's talk about July. My daily goal for the month of July is using the Pomodoro technique. Now, if you've never heard about it before, the Pomodoro technique is a productivity method where you work for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. Or you work for 45 minutes and then you take a 15-minute break. After 4 rounds, you can take a longer break. Simple. But apparently, simple things are often the hardest things to do consistently. Because here's my problem. I can get hyper-focused on something. Like really, really super hyper-focused. I'll sit down to work on something and then suddenly 3 hours have gone by. No water, no stretching, and no food. No sunlight. Nothing. In the moment, it feels productive, but by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. My neck hurts, my eyes hurt, my energy crashes, and then I wonder why I'm feeling so burnt out by the end of the week. This month, I want to stop treating rest like a reward. I want to start treating it like it's a responsibility, because rest isn't the opposite of productivity. Rest supports productivity. When I take a 5-minute break, I'm not wasting time. I'm protecting my energy. I'm focusing on protecting my focus. I'm protecting my creativity. During those breaks, I want to do things like stretch. I want to refill my water, maybe take a stroll outside, take a few deep breaths, and look away from my screens. Maybe even do a quick tidy up around the house. Small things that help me to reset before diving back into work. I think that so many of us have this mindset that we need to earn rest. But what if rest is actually part of the process? That's what I want to explore this month. My weekly goal for the month of July is to do therapy or therapy related work. And honestly, this therapy is something that has completely changed my life. One thing that I've learned is that healing doesn't happen during 1 hour a week. Healing happens in the moments between the sessions. It's journaling, it's reflecting, it's awareness, it's noticing patterns, it's practicing new skills and tools, it's having difficult conversations, it's showing up for yourself over and over and over again. This month I want to make healing a weekly priority, not because something is wrong, but because my growth deserves attention. Sometimes therapy work can look like journaling. Sometimes it might mean reading a chapter from a psychology book that my therapist has recommended to me. Sometimes it might be revisiting old notes from past sessions. Sometimes it might simply mean sitting in an uncomfortable feeling instead of distracting myself with it, from it. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is participation. I want to actively participate in my own growth. My monthly reset remains one of my favorite traditions. cleaning, self-care, admin. Not at all glamorous, not exciting, or not the most exciting thing, but it is extremely and incredibly powerful. I always notice that when my environment feels chaotic, my mind feels chaotic as well. Laundry piling up, papers everywhere, appointments that need scheduling, emails I have not answered, and all of those little things create a lot of mental clutter. And mental clutter is very exhausting. So every month I want to dedicate time to resetting it. I deep clean my spaces, I organize my paperwork, I schedule those darn appointments. I review my goals, I check my finances, and I make sure that my life isn't quietly falling apart while I'm focusing on my goals. Because sometimes the biggest form of self-care is not a bubble bath. It is handling the things that you have been actively avoiding. Okay, let's talk about fitness. My fitness goal for this month is learning how to better help my gut microbiome. And honestly, this goal scares me a little bit, but this is exactly why I choose them. Because growth usually lives right outside of our comfort zone. Now, I've actually created an entire video going in depth, and I've been searching and scouring, and I've been researching all of the things to help my gut microbiome, whether that be changing up some certain dietary habits that might not be too healthy for me, or drinking some more water, or getting the sleep that my body requires. All of it is in service to my gut microbiome, and helping it can help so many different things, such as brain fatigue, brain fog, my energy levels, and everything in between. So if you would like to keep a little eye out, because that video will be coming next week. Now, my nutrition goal for this week is actually very important. My nutrition goal isn't about losing weight, it's about dieting. And it's not about restriction. And this month I am focusing on healing my relationship with my body. I think that so many of us spend years treating our bodies like projects, always trying to fix something, to change something, to shrink something, to grow something, to improve something. And all the while my health goals can be positive. I think that there's value in asking, what if my body wasn't a problem to solve? What if my body is a partner to me? What if I'm a partner to my body? What if my body deserves kindness right now? This month I want to practice listening instead of criticizing my body, nourishing instead of punishing, supporting instead of controlling. And that means eating mindfully, being grateful for my body, paying attention to the hunger and fullness cues that my body is sending me, speaking to myself with more compassion, because the relationship that we have with our bodies matters. It's the longest relationship that we're going to have in our entire lives. And I want mine to be rooted in respect. Therapy goals. While my weekly goal is to be focusing on my therapy goals will be on improving my relationships. Because relationships shape so much of our lives, our friendships, our family relationships, our romantic relationships, our work relationships, and the relationship that we have with ourselves. I want to spend this month learning more about communication, boundaries, attachment styles, conflict resolution, healthy communication. Not because I think that my relationships should be perfect, but because I think that my relationships deserve intention. And honestly, we deserve to better understand ourselves. And the better we can understand ourselves, the better that we can understand others. Let's talk about something a little bit magical. This month's moon is the mead moon, sometimes called the honeymoon or the blessings moon. And I absolutely love the symbolism behind it. It's connected to abundance, to gratitude, to celebration, sweetness. And I think that that is such a beautiful reminder, because sometimes we're so focused on what we want next that we forget to appreciate what we already have. This month, I want to create a very simple moon ritual. Nothing complicated, just intentional. Lighting some candles, journaling, expressing gratitude, and reflecting on abundance. And celebrating the blessings that already exist in my life. This month, I want to continue something that I've really been enjoying: solo dates and healing dates. I think that spending time with yourself is incredibly important. Solo dates remind me that my own company is valuable. Healing dates are a little bit different. They're focused on restoration. Activities that help me to reconnect with myself emotionally and mentally, because self-care isn't just about feeling good, it's about supporting yourself. So this month's solo dates are going on a picnic date, reading in a park, a you choose date, and a chill game night. My healing dates for this month are: plan a day outdoors for some vitamin D, celebrate a recent achievement, reframe a negative thought, and volunteer for a cause you love. Okay, let's talk about my glow up goal, and let's talk about me entering my villain era. Now, before anybody gets concerned, no, this is not about me becoming mean. It's not about hurting people, and it's not about being selfish. For me, my villain era means having boundaries, saying no, prioritizing my goals, trusting myself, and taking up space, not shrinking to make other people feel comfortable. I think a lot of women are conditioned to be agreeable all the time, to be accommodating, to avoid disappointing people. And while kindness is super important, especially in today's life, I don't want to constantly be abandoning myself. So this month I want to explore exactly what healthy confidence look like, what healthy boundaries look like, what self-respect look like, and that is my version of my villain era. Now, this month's book is The Art of Living by Thich Nhat Hanh. And honestly, I couldn't think of a more perfect book for this season. His teachings remind us to slow down, to be present, and to appreciate the ordinary moments. And I think that's something so many of us need. If you're always chasing the next thing, the next goal, the next milestone, the next achievement, then but your life is happening right now, I'm so excited to dive into this book and to see what lessons I can bring into July. My challenge for July is a 31-day wellness calendar. Every single day we will have a small wellness activity: hydration, movement, meditation, journaling, gratitude, daily digital detox, simple things, totally not extreme. Because something I've learned is really important: big transformations are built from tiny, small daily activities. Not dramatic overhauls, not perfect routines, but just consistent effort. That is what this challenge is truly about. Now, it is time for my favorite little tradition, the TBR poll. I love doing this because it keeps my reading life super duper excited. Sometimes I pick something I've been avoiding, and sometimes I discover a new favorite, and sometimes the universe seems to hand me exactly the book I need. So let's see what gets added to the reading stack this month. For this month, I am going to be reading Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. Megan Quinn is one of my favorite authors of all time. I read one of her Christmas books, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. That is one of my favorite books of all time, and I'm so excited to read Till Summer Do Us Part. I love how Megan Quinn incorporates humor with these romantic, spicy books, and I'm so excited to read it this month. So these are my goals and intentions for the month of July: Pomodoro breaks, therapy work, cleaning and resets, learning how to help reset my gut microbiome, healing my relationship with my body, improving my relationships, honoring the moon, solo and healing dates, my villain era, reading, and my 31-day wellness challenge. As always, these goals aren't about becoming perfect. They're about becoming more intentional. They're about creating a life that feels more aligned, and they're about continuing to grow 1 month at a time. I would love to hear your guys' goals for the month of July, so leave them in the comments below, and let's inspire each other and support each other. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if you stayed until the very end of this video, comment this emoji to let me know that you're a real one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I have a goal of getting to over 100 subscribers before the end of the year, and I would love for you to be one of them. So hit that notification bell so you do not miss a single upload. I hope July brings you so much growth, joy, and healing, and a little bit of magic. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!